Hello and welcome back to Better Than Yesterday. My name is Daniel Hammond and I'm joined by my good friend Michael Janssen van Rensburg. We're both co-hosts of Better Than Yesterday. And today we'll be talking about our fitness journey 2022. So this is a new series that we're also starting where we'll be updating our fitness journey throughout the year and just showing you guys how we progress along with this. Mikey, so tell me, bro, how have you been, man? And I know university is starting soon. Classes are gonna commence. Are you pretty excited for that, bro?
Definitely, brother. Good to be back on another episode of Better Than Yesterday with you, bro. But yeah, man, definitely excited for university. We had our orientation week this week, and I'll be starting again properly on Monday with classes getting into software engineering year 2. So very excited for it, man. I think it's going to be a year full of learning a lot of new things. There's going to be a lot more practical work than I did in my first year. So definitely very excited for it, man. And excited to get into going into campus, meeting new people there. But yeah, man, appreciate you asking, bro. Keen to get into today's topic as well. I think it's going to be a cool new series that we're doing, looking at like fitness. It's something we've spoken about like very briefly on our channel before here, but I think it's maybe something we're going to start to like focus on more now because it is a very big part of self-improvement. Am I right, man? I think fitness is one of those key aspects that you've got to focus on. So that's what we're going to be talking about today is like how we implement fitness into our lives, what our goals are for the year, some advice and like the routines that we follow. We're pretty much at the beginning of our journey, but I think it's going to be exciting to document that because, okay, here we are just starting out, but I think by the end of the year, we'll be able to see a whole lot of progress from these monthly episodes that we're doing, man.
Yeah, definitely, bro. So it's definitely a pillar of self-improvement. It's
Mm,
definitely something that's really a big part of it, like you said. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for this as well. I've just thought of it. It's like we basically are at the beginning. So it's something good to document and show others that you don't just wake up and have this big 10 out of 10 dream body. And we'll show you guys how we actually build it. And from where we start, I think we'll upload some pictures later on throughout the video, you'll see.
yeah,
And then, yeah, so it's going to be something that we'll be uploading on a monthly basis. So I'm
yeah,
keen
man.
to get into it, bro. And to start us off with, it is that my goal is this year to consistently go to the gym 4 times a week. And if if I skip a day, for example, if I skip today, which is Wednesday, and I was supposed to go on a Wednesday, then I'll go on a Friday or a Saturday because I've scheduled it like I want to be going to the gym from Monday until Thursday every single week
Awesome.
and every single month of this year. So yeah,
Beautiful,
that's
man.
point number one, bro. And tell me about your goal on this.
I back it, man. I back it. I think that's going to be really good. Yeah. So I think this year, I don't know if it's the same for you, bro, but I think this year is probably the first time that I'm like really prioritizing fitness in my life. I mean, and going to the gym and that kind of stuff, like building the body. I think, beforehand, it's always been something that I did casually and like went to the gym. Like I was trying to improve on myself, but never really prioritized it. But I think we spoke about in a few of our other videos, the thing of like focusing on a few things for a period of time in the year. And I think fitness is definitely going to be one of those that I'm focusing on. So yeah, man, I also want to be planning to go to the gym at least 3 times a week. I'll probably be doing a schedule, something like a Monday, Wednesday, Monday, Thursday, perhaps, and then Saturdays. I think Saturday mornings I'll also be going to the gym. So that's minimum 3 times a week. If I can get in an extra session, I'll definitely go for it. But I think minimum 3 times a week I'm trying to go. And yeah, man, in between that, I think what I want to be doing is living like an active lifestyle. So, I play like 5 soccer once a week. I try to get to around 10,000 steps, like on my phone's health tracker every day. So that was also just a thing of like burning calories throughout the day. But yeah, these are things that I think are already going to start to like pay off. Anything that goes with like fitness and building a body, I think the consistency is the only time that you see the results here, man. So I think if, we've probably been doing this now like more consistently. I think over the December holidays and that kind of stuff, we weren't really going to gym much, but we've started doing it now consistently for like maybe a few weeks. But once we've been doing this for a while, we'll already start to see the results of that, man.
Yeah, no, that's true, man. And so when it comes to my journey or how my active lifestyle has always been,
Yeah,
so last year I did go to the gym, but I had sort of a different program because I was fully focusing on athletics and I've moved on from athletics now. So
yeah,
I don't do it anymore. So in that sense, my program was always to have this lean sort of athlete body where you can't put on too much muscle
yeah,
just because you can't be too heavy when you're running, and you have to have a certain weight which you have so that you can be as effective as possible on the track.
mm,
So I think when you say that you're gonna start going to the gym consistently this year, that I'm basically on the same page because
mm,
now I just want to be fully focused on gymming
yeah,
rather than athletics. As I said, I don't do it anymore. So
I
yeah,
get that
I'll
one.
be fully in the gym. Yeah, so to get into my second point with the gymming and the fitness lifestyle, there's a different aspect that comes into play as well, and that's your diet, the way you eat, what you put it, what type of foods you put into your body. In
Mm,
that sense, there's a discipline that comes into play as well. Are you going to be eating junk food all the time, or are you going to have certain cheat days where you're allowed to eat a lot more sweet foods, fast foods, and then the rest of the time I'll be trying to eat as healthy as possible.
yeah,
You know, like with breakfast, you just eat a nice cereal, and then lunch, you also have, I don't know what you guys have for lunch, but okay. So you just
mm-hmm,
have your fixed lunch, which is like a
mm,
homemade meal, and supper is also like a homemade meal. Or if it's not possible to have a homemade meal at lunch, then you buy yourself something which is healthy and not just KFC or McDonald's, which is a fast food.
it's true,
So
man.
yeah, that's definitely also important when you're working out because you can be working out, but you're not gonna see the progress that you want to because of what you're putting into your body. Because there's different
Yeah,
nutrients that you need. There's different you need a lot of protein. So a lot of things come into play,
definitely, man.
and yeah, that was my second point. What I also wanted to mention is, so along with my three meals that I have a day, that I eat a day, I've also bought myself this double cream Greek yogurt. So it's just plain yogurt, which
Mm,
is supposed to have a lot of protein. And then once a day, I'll have 15 scoops of that. That's also a weekly thing that I do now.
awesome, man.
Let's get into your second point, Mike.
Awesome stuff, bro. Yeah, it's good that you're speaking there about diet, man. Very important. I think what we're going to get into just now is the fact that Daniel and I are doing a bulking period. But yeah, diet's so important when it comes to working out. I think it's something, again, probably never really focused on it before. Like, as a kid growing up and even throughout high school, you just eat whatever's in front of you. You don't really put much thought into it. But like you say now, I want to focus on eating three like healthy meals a day. But yeah, so what I want to talk about now is the fact that for the next 3 months, Daniel and I are going to be doing a period of bulking. So what bulking is when you're going to the gym and this kind of stuff, you're working out on a calorie surplus. So that means that you are taking in more calories per day than you are burning per day. So the purpose of that obviously being to grow in size and in weight and in muscle. So we're going to be doing that for 3 months, starting on March the 1st. And yeah, man, so during a bulk, like we said, you want to be eating three like healthy meals a day, big portions. You want to be eating stuff filled with protein, carbohydrates, this kind of stuff. You don't want to just be eating calories that are bad calories like chocolates, ice cream, all these kind of things. You want to be eating a lot of calories, but of still good stuff. So that's what we're going to be trying to do. And also on your bulking period at the gym, you focus on lifting heavy weights rather than doing any type of like cardio. So you're not like running on the treadmill. It's more about doing bench press. All these you can focus on any type of muscle group, but you got to focus on lifting those heavy weights. And yeah, by the end of that 3 month period, we want to have put on like quite a bit of weight and in terms of muscle. And then after that period, hey man, we'll have like a cutting period. That'll probably take us somewhat into the winter. So we'll be bulking over March, April, and then May, and then our cutting will probably take place over the winter. Then we'll probably have a good well-developed body going into the spring and summer part of the year, which I think is definitely something we can look forward to, bro. But we got to start putting in the work now, man. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this bulking period, man. It's not something that I've ever done before, like purposefully bulking, but excited to get started on it, man. And so yeah, my weight right now is 74 kilograms, and my goal weight by the end of the bulking period is to be at 80 kilograms. I might push slightly above that, but I think 80 kilograms is where I want to be, which will be an extra 6 kilograms of ideally muscle, but then there probably, is some fat as well that you put on. And then I think after the cutting period, at some point, I want to get to about 78. So then by the end of this whole thing, I will have put on like 4 kilograms of like pure muscle, which is, that's what I'm trying to do, man. I don't know if you want to get into like the specifics of your bulking, but yeah, man, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, so I'd love to get into that, bro. So this morning when I went to go and donate blood, I weighed 77 kilograms, but I think that was also because of the breakfast I had this morning. But if I had to wake up now with an empty stomach, I think I'd be around 75 kilograms. And like Mikey said, his goal is to get to 80 kilograms after or within this bulking period, and perhaps push above that. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to get to 80 kilograms as well. And with the cutting, I'll probably say 79 because I just try to weigh a lot and just to get up my weight. But yeah, it's definitely not just about putting on the muscle or the weight, like we just said. It's about having as little body fat as possible. That's actually that actually plays a big role. So right now, someone could be weighing 90, 95 kilograms, but then it's a lot of fat. So I'd recommend, if that's where you're at, then I'd say go on a cutting program so that while you're building muscle, you're trying to cut that fat off. Then you have to include a lot of cardio into your workouts. And with the workout, it's definitely important to follow a gym program and not just doing random programs every day. So what I like to do is on Mondays, I focus on my chest and my biceps. Then on Tuesdays, I do legs. Thursdays, I do shoulders. And Wednesdays, I do shoulders. And Thursdays, I do my back and my triceps. So it's just certain muscle groups that you target certain amount of days, but your programs really differ. There's things called push days and pull days, and then you have your leg day. So with this, you definitely do more, you lift heavier while bulking, and you do less reps during your sets. So while you're cutting, if you do 12 reps per set, then while bulking, you'll do an extra 10 kilograms or 20 kilograms maybe, and then you'll be doing 6 to 8 reps. But that's just briefly getting into the program side.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful stuff, man. Yeah. No, I think it's cool, man. I think this bulking period is going to be really, really good. I'm excited to see like where we're going to be in a month's time, 2 months' time, 3 months' time. But yeah, I'm sure you guys will have seen on the screen by now some videos and pictures of where Daniel and I are at right now in terms of our physique. And yeah, we'll be updating you guys, like we said, at least once a month. I think to get into like another little point here, bro, just about like one extra thing that you can be doing when you're hitting the gym is, I know you were going to talk about this as well, man, is like drinking water, I think is a very important one. And then I wanted to make an extra point as well about getting enough sleep in. So I think a lot of people, because that's also like one thing in terms of like the prioritizing fitness that I'm doing this year is like adding these two things in. Because I think you can be going to the gym. So we spoke about diets as well. But I think you've got to be drinking a lot of water to be replenishing your body with all those right nutrients, gives you energy. I think yeah, like it also helps in terms of getting like sweat out through the body. There's so many benefits to drinking like a lot of water while you're hitting the gym. And yeah, man, I think that's something that you should be doing like while you're hitting the gym. But also, I've heard this from a lot of people, and I've seen it actually in myself as well. Is that if you have like an unhealthy sleep schedule, but you're gymming, you won't actually like you won't be able to achieve your goals as well as if you were actually getting enough sleep. Because when you're sleeping, a lot of the time that's when your muscles repair as well. So you should be getting your usual. We speak about this all the time, getting in that 7 to 8 hours of sleep a day, and that'll
Yes.
really give your body the time to like recover and actually like allow your muscles to recover, like I said. And that's a big part of them being able to grow. When your muscles grow, it's like they get torn and then they grow again in a slightly like bigger mass. So that's what happens when you sleep. So yeah, I just wanted to add that in as like two extra aspects. Like you got to be hitting the gym, you got to be having that diet. But I think those are two like aspects that a lot of people will miss out on that'll actually help a lot in achieving your goals.
Yeah, no, it's true, bro. That's really important. I've heard that when you're sleeping, that's actually when your muscles are growing. That's
Yeah.
when most of the growth takes place. Yeah, so I just wanted to add my last point, or last 2 points is it takes a lot of time when you're working out. So you're not gonna see results the first day. So you have to have that in mind. The first week, second week, third week, you might not be seeing any progress, but you have to have that hope and that goal that I'm still gonna be doing this consistently and putting in the time. It's like the delayed gratification principle where you'll be putting in the work now. You might not see the results, but then after 3 months, you will really start to see the progress. And then
Amen.
I know a lot of YouTubers and guys that I also watch myself say it takes about 3 to 5 years to build your dream body. So
Amen.
it definitely doesn't happen overnight. It might seem that way because the first 2 years, you might be going to the gym, putting on a lot of, putting in a lot of, you're putting in a lot of effort, but then you see that your body isn't really changing much. And then, like those graphs go, then suddenly your body just starts changing, and the curve just goes from looking like it's been going straight. It just rises upwards,
Yeah.
and then you really see the progress. That's also where people go in and say, "Look, this guy's just built himself uh, this beautiful body overnight," and that's not really it. He has been putting in efforts for such a long time. Lastly, I want to say that you have to discipline yourself when going out because alcohol, smoking, drugs, all these
Yeah.
things you do when you go to a party, and then it affects your sleep schedule as well, but it breaks down your body. So once you commit to going to the gym and this type of fitness journey, really have to be disciplined when it comes to that. You
Mm.
can't be drinking yourself drunk, and because that's just going to break down your body, and then it's going to put your progress right back to zero. So you'll have to
Yeah.
be limited on alcohol. And people say even not drinking at all while you're doing this because
Mm.
it's just bad for your body and all those other things, not just drinking, smoking,
Yeah.
drugs, everything else. Yes, man.
Very
But
true,
it's
man.
been lovely talking to you, bro,
Yeah, man.
and
I think
hearing your
that
goals.
was a good first episode of the series. I think we
Yes.
got into a lot of like our ideas on this kind of thing. But yeah, definitely excited to see where we are in a few months' time, man.
Yes, definitely, bro. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you've made it to the end, we appreciate that.
Always.
Yeah, follow, subscribe, and then share with a friend if you think it's
Mm-hmm.
really going to impact them as well.
Amen. Thanks, guys. We'll see you guys in the next episode, and hope you guys are having an amazing week.
Cheers.